My name is Verbal, and
I'm Yoon.
basically we're Ambush Design, based out of Tokyo. Started back in 2002. We're a design collective. Originally started with her doing all the graphic designs. You know, we were designing for all these brands, like graphics for T-shirts and whatnot, and that escalated into doing jewelry. In 2004, we started our first high-end jewelry line called Antonio Murphy and Astro. We started getting orders from people like Kanye, people overseas as well as in Japan. We launched a second line in 2008 called Ambush. This stuff, Ambush right here. The piece that really made us take off was this POW piece. This is actually the original piece that I made. Everybody wants a name ring. Cool J, Biz, everybody wanted a name ring, but I didn't want to write Verbal. So one day I was flipping through a Roy Lichtenstein book, and I was like, hey man, what if I made a ring that looked like I was punching somebody like in a cartoon? And I think the POW pieces are our staple. It's almost like our Air Force Ones.
Well, Verba had an opportunity to redesign IQ. It's one of the small cars that Toyota came out with last year. And it was exhibited at a car show, right?
Yeah. We started in 2008 in terms of Ambush, the line itself. But, it hasn't been that long, but I think it's conveyed like a certain image to the public. Like, we have this motto, like, anything goes. I mean, we even have a party in Tokyo by that name, anything goes. Like, so, we do whatever that's fun for us, that's entertaining for other people. Teriyaki Boys, me and Nigo, we've been rolling for like a few years. Came out with our second album beginning of 2009, and I think it was during our tour or something. Nigo was like, yo, I gotta talk to you. One day he came up to us and he was like, I like your style, the kind of stuff you do, so it's like, why don't you guys do our next jewelry line for Ape? First, we just started out with all this jewelry, but then, we're kind of like thinking, hey, Ape is like, everybody knows Ape for the Bapesters, the sneakers, so we're like, yeah, well, what do you think if we come up with like a new sneaker line as well with the whole collabo? And he was like, yeah, that's cool. So
I was just into rockabilly when the talk came about, so it was around like last year fall, and I started collecting lots of creepsters for myself as well as him, and I love them to death, but you guys know how heavy they are and they're not comfortable, so and then when the talk came about, I was thinking that, like, what can we make them lighter? And it just ideas sprung about, so we just decided to just make it into sneaker, but not too sporty, but not too dressy, and just came out right. People look over to Tokyo and think it's so forward, but when we're in Tokyo, we think things are much better out here, but how do you look into things?
It's just different energy in every city. Like, if you want every single record that you can ever find in the whole world, you should go to Shibuya. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Tokyo is just like, my friend from Boston, who's an underground rapper, his record came out in Tokyo before it came out in Boston. They all bought it out before, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, they're crazy like that. They collect toys and music and all that type of stuff. So, in terms of, like, like archive, Tokyo's just, like, got it down. But then, we go overseas for energy. Like, when we come to London, we just go down the street or go to club. We went to, like, this Yoyo last night. Or, we'd hit all these clubs and meet people. And, we get inspired from their energy, the style. Because some of the stuff that people wear here is, like, way out. It's not about what brands they wear, When we go to Paris, we get inspired by the architecture. And it's just, like, different vibe in every city, I guess. For us, we just say anything goes. Don't think too hard. And the reason why we came out with that motto was because people in Tokyo, they got a lot of cool ideas, but they kind of think too much, before they do anything. I mean, sometimes you just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then so for us, like, that's the name speaks for itself, like Ambush. We just kind of come out of nowhere and do something crazy, So for us, I think that's the message. Like anything goes. Like if you're talking about when you want to be a musician, like don't just talk about it, just do it. Make that demo tape. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, if you say, oh yo, I want to be a graphic designer, yo, then like make that presentation today. You know, so like for us, anything goes. You know, like just do it.